Everybody. We're here. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's going to join the live, who's going to watch the video after I make it, and those who want to see more. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna pour some acrylic paint on some of these canvas, and we got to make sure the cups are filled. So I'm just going to start with some black acrylic. And let's make sure we get some yellow. And we need some green. So I'm Perky's Pocket. And today I'm going to pour some paint. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. This should be our last color before we add black. We have, just to put a little bit in there, I'm not gonna do a lot. So this is our last and final cup. We're gonna pour 2 of these. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You guys ready? Hope you guys are ready. That's our first cup. Should be a pretty good pour too. So we're just gonna let this, drip a little bit. So we have our second cup. I like this one. The colors are gonna be really good once they dry. So as you can see, we're just adding some paint to the bottom of the canvas. That looks pretty good. I like the colors because they're pretty it's pretty vivid. So hopefully we get enough paint up here. It should be enough. So this is a really good spot for us to get more of this paint up here. It's cool. I guess it needed to be down there too. So we're gonna add some to this corner, it seems. I like this one. The colors are really vivid. It's like this green. It's like this green atmosphere. All right, but we're not finished yet. We just put this down here. We got to add some more color to it. Just as simple as it can be. Just gonna add a little bit of color. And in order to do that, I need to get on my way to find a cup. I found the magic stick. I'm just going to use this to just open up another hole at the bottom of this. So when the paint drips through, the colors will blend. They're going to blend pretty well too. So let's just add some black in here. We just need a little bit of yellow just to coat the outside. And then we're going to add green. And it should actually should start dripping, so. So the first layer of that, the black paint is going to drip through. So we're just going to wait for the other colors as well to come through. Because once the yellow and the green mesh, it'll come out a whole different avenue of colors. So that's what we're really waiting for. Yep, that's what we're waiting for, y'all. I think this is a spot here. So usually I like to add an additional characteristic to the colors, because every single time that I stamp, I'm adding color. And so in this way, you can get a stamp of different colors. So this is pretty easy. And I'm just waiting for the next color to come through. And so when it does, the yellow, can you see the yellow there? It adds a vibrant color to it. So we're gonna do the same thing to this corner as well. And it's gonna be really simple. So it'll add these colors. So this mixture of the paint will mix together with the yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay, but we're still in the early phases of this color coming through. So we got to make sure. Let's see. We have to make sure the color, I need it to like run, because this is the energy of, I guess, of the paint. So I'm just tossing it to this side, and I believe the more that I do it, the more the colors are going to come through. And so this is just like the first batch of colors that are gonna mix together really well together. So that's what I really need to do. And so you can see that there's a little design coming through as well. And so I'm gonna just move some of this color to this side. And so once it dries, it'll dry just like that, because the color is a gloss. So it should shine pretty well, just like this. Yep. But obviously, we're not done. Because we have to pour our second one. I believe this one is finished. So we're going to move this here. And we're going to pick up this one. So let's get us 2 more cups. And so the same in these 2 more cups over here, we're going to add some black. Wait for the black to come out of this Silagen jug. All right, so we got our first color of black. We're going to do green first. And same with the second one, because I want these colors to mix together. That's really why I'm doing that. And so we have to add yellow as well. And so this is just a tiny bit of yellow. And then we have to add some red. So we're going to try to mix these colors. We're going to try to mix these colors together, and it should come out pretty good. Our addition to this, we're just going to add another thing of black, just a small, tiny bit, because we're going to add another color that's going to be pretty dominant. So, and we just want to make sure we get enough of this in the cup. All right, so we're ready for this red. This should be the good color to mix. It's gonna be a solid color as well. All right, y'all, let's get this. So this is red. That's like the first color that's going to. There we go. Yep, we got it. And it's in a good direction though. So once this is fully, the cup is empty, it becomes light. So it's just going to move along the canvas as well. But we're trying to get the corners filled. So we're going to need it to go in that direction. So once again, these are just all added colors to this canvas. They're all acrylic too. So if you're thinking of the dry time, it's going to take like 3 days for this to dry, which I'm cool with because it makes sense for it to do that. It's acrylic paint, so we're just going to move this one here because we need the space over here. Got it. So this one's going to start out red as well. So the cups are going to make their way down as well. This is a good pour though, because I'm getting a lot of colors on the edges. So let's just go ahead and move this. We need the cups to go back down so they can finish emptying. There we go. And this one should be good. Now, when the cup is completely empty, it should fall because we're not going to use it. We're just going to allow the paint to just drip out once it's on the canvas below. If you guys didn't know, this is a triptych that I'm creating. And so there's a bunch of pieces, or doors, as I call them. Once they're configured and put together, they will become a triptych. And so I have enough paint, I believe, on this side. So I'm just going to let this do what it wants to do. But I need to remove some of these cups because they're in the way. They're half full. So as it's moving down, it's actually going to continue to drip. Yep. All right, so we just have this outer edge to complete. And I think we can do that the easy way. We have this. We can fill this void in this corner. And the color should come out pretty well too. Make that green to be a very dominant color at the bottom, so yep. So this will create a whole different type of design for the pattern that the paint's leaving. And so we will get a new way to view. Yep. So, and I also need some of this paint as well. So we're going to take this, we're going to drag that across. This is really easy. This is like the easiest way to get a different design every single time. So I'm just allowing the stamp of the bottom of the tool or the cap to suction up some of the paint and then just move it to the other side. And this is really simple, really easy. And all of the designs are going to stay there. That's what they're going to do. So once it dries, that's the pattern that it'll leave behind. And it's pretty cool because I've witnessed that it does a bunch of different designs depending on how you hold it and you spill the paint. So I want to get more into this bottom area here, but we're going to focus on this side. So we're going to turn this around. So we're going to focus on this part. We're going to get that. So I'm going to do quite a bit of these just to get a different type of look and design for it. Because I like the way that they're shaping the colors and the textures around it. So we're just going to keep using it to benefit the color schemes. And as it dries, you'll get to see the pattern stick to the piece. That's it. It's really simple. And so a lot of the paint on the bottom of the canvas is still there. But I like this one. This one has a really good, it has a really good function to it. And I mean, we could do more. We could always do more, but we're just going to move. We're going to move these along. So let's put that down real quick. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn this around so I can give the paint a different. You know, yeah, don't do this at home. I'm a professional. So I move that around and that's perfect. So we have the bottom of this area that needs some TLC. So I'm going to remove these cups because they are in the way. And oh yeah, if you guys are here, make sure you subscribe, because the goal of this is to share this, you know, as often as I can, because I really enjoy what I do, and I enjoy creating different types of art. So this is my main avenue of creation. And, you know, hopefully I make something that you guys really like and you'll get to enjoy the experience. So let's put these 2 cups. And so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add black to the bottom of these. And I hope you guys can hear me. It's interesting enough that I'm not wearing my headphones today, but yeah. So we got that black in there, and that's gonna fill the bottom. We're gonna add some more to this cup. Interesting enough is that I use the black for the base of all the colors because it kind of like, it mixes the paint really well. So we're gonna add green. We're gonna add green. It's not bad. I think the yellow should be dominant for this one. So we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna switch up the color and see what the difference is. We're gonna add yellow. And so we're gonna add a little bit more black as well. And these should help out. These should help out really well with mixing the colors. I'm sure it'll come out to something totally different because there's a little bit of yellow, a lot more to black. But I think at the end, I'm just gonna add some red because I think the highlights of the red is really good for this type of color scheme. So if you guys have never seen this before, I'm just basically just dripping the paint. That's really it. I'm taking one effect of energy and I'm passing it to another. That's really it. So this is the fun part. So just like I said, we're gonna add a little bit of red. And boom, we have ourselves 2 cups. Do you like 2 cups? I do. So we're gonna make this. I like this one too. Oops, that was too close. Oops. Oh God. Let me get the one that's on the floor. I like that. Actually, I'm gonna let that stay on the floor. Can you see that? No. So we're gonna do the same thing with this cup. So I like the way that the colors came out like a vivid plant. So we're actually probably gonna keep that. And I think I know what I'm gonna do with the last of this color from this container. We're gonna make sure that it gets, yep, it's gonna get every last bit of paint. So it's just gonna push all of the other colors at the bottom. This black should push through. Because I'm gonna add red. And so all it is doing is putting pressure on the bottom of the cup. I'm gonna put you there. take you out. And so a lot of this is it's just going to turn into its own abstract piece. So I'm okay with the fact that the colors are mixing with the white, because that's pretty much the play. So these colors are just going to just rearrange the dynamic of the white space. And I think this is going to be pretty cool. Now, just like I said, most of the colors they're going to cling to each other, and it's going to add a difference in the shapes and the colors. And there's going to be a mixture of everything in there, because it has to flow at the same rate. So it's pretty much just going to share the same spaces as well. And it's going to turn into, I guess, whatever it says it wants to at this point. So it's really in control. The colors are already inside the cup, and I really can't alter any of it until I start painting. So it's really up to me. And I'm just allowing the color streaks to just flow. That's really what it's going to do, just flow. Okay. So I like that. And that's that piece. We have one more. And I just need 2 more cups. That's all I need is 2 more cups. What are you doing over here? So I'm gonna go ahead and move this. And move it over here, because we need some of the color. We're just gonna add more color to this area. That's really it. So we just need our 2 cups. Got it. And we're just gonna add some red. Yellow, because the yellow is gonna brighten it up. It's gonna make it like a pink if it can. I'm just gonna add some. Just gonna add some green. And so just like that, we're just gonna go ahead and establish that we have two cups. And we want the colors to mix together well, so we're just gonna let it pour out. So a lot of these should add a basic addition to the back in the background. So I'm gonna let this one stay, because I want to use this side as well. So I could see that there's color. The color of the yellow wants to come out, so we're going to try to get as much of that as possible onto the canvas too. And that'll be another dominant color as well. So it'll look like vines. So let's get that. have a lot of the green on this side is just dripping, so we're gonna try to maintain as much of that as possible on that side. And here is here's our plants that are, looks like they're growing. Can you see that? It looks like they're growing. So I don't have much paint left in this container, so we're just gonna turn that. And oh, this is the best part too, because what happens is that a lot of the colors from the container at the bottom, can you see that? There's a container at the bottom. And so all I have to do is add just some different types of colors. And so that'll change the whole entire view of what it is that's underneath. And basically, I'm just adding, I'm giving it a direction. So now it's green, and it looks like they're reaching out, which I'm saying it like the spikes in the colors are now like trying to attach itself because it's drying. But so what I got here is some more colors. I have a lot of this green on this side, so I'm gonna add some of this red. So it's just gonna make little tiny registration parts where I'm adding this color, and it's easily capable of going wherever it wants to go because the colors are trying to stick and dry, but the more that I agitate it, the more colors become vibrant. So this is just the first part though. Because once it finds a place for the colors, it's just going to move. And so I like this part of the experience because now the colors are going to change again. And it went from gold and red to brown. So that level of detail will stick because it doesn't have a place to go. So it's just going to move every time I attach. And so I can do this for quite a while. So we're going to put that down for a second. And let's take a look at what we created so far. You're right. You're so right. I'm glad I didn't say anything important for the last 15 minutes. Thanks for catching me, because I am, it's 2 a.m., it's like 3 a.m., and I'm just drawing. So I'm not really paying attention to everything. I just wanted to create something today and establish that I was able to do it. That's really what I wanted to say to myself at this early in the morning. Yep. I had a great day. I got to meet some good people, and I get to make some freaking art that expresses how I feel today. Because that's generally what it comes down to, is just like how you feel. How do you feel? Yep. The question is, how do you feel? So I had a great day. Met some nice people. Yep. And you know what? I'm gonna do it all over again tomorrow. I'm gonna paint again tomorrow, y'all. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this tomorrow and the next day. Because after the next day comes that day, and that day becomes another day. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this forever. So much so that I'm probably not gonna give this up. That's what I'm thinking. Nope. I'm gonna continue to do this until they run out of paint at the store. And then I have to invest in making my own paint. And then after that, I'm gonna find some pencils and shave them down and turn them into paint. That's how bad I'm gonna paint. Yep. All right, we got some internals here. Just gonna move some of this paint. All right, y'all. You gotta move some paint, because it's just dripping. That's really it. Like, you're just gonna let it drip all over the floor. That's what they always ask. You're just gonna let it drip on the floor? Probably not. Probably I'm gonna get some of this under control, and that's it. That's really it. You said, haha, that's what I said. He up late with it. Oh, I'm definitely up with it. Yep. Yep, Dondrio. I'm all the way up. Because guess what? Because nobody can stop me. Not one single person can stop me, because I'm all the way up. Did I just try to sing that like that? Probably. Because I'm all the way up. All right, I think this one's been painted on for like 30 minutes, so. So this one, let's make sure we get let's make sure we can get this going. All right, I got this green one. I don't know if you guys like this one or not. You'd have to comment in the comment section if you like this one. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some red. And the more that I add to it, the brighter it's going to showcase. But I believe most of it's underneath. It's underneath the paint right now. So I just got to take the paint and just move it just a little bit, because from where it's at, it can't be seen, and I have to give it some location. Oh, I like this one. Yep. You said, oh man, the green one is already fire. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying, man. I'm just trying my best. Today's a great day to do that, man. It really is. And so all of this yellow is trying to come to the top. I'm gonna help it. I'm gonna help it go straight to the top. You see that? And the more that we give it some direction, the more that it'll showcase the colors underneath. There's a few colors underneath, but for most of it, it needs just needs something to help move. So we got to move it in this direction because the objective is to get it ready for a different color. So we're just gonna add we're just gonna add some more yellow to it because I really want that color underneath to dash out wherever it's gonna go, because objectively it's already gonna do it. Definitely just it's put that. So I have to figure out where the center is at too for it. Because we want to get as much of we're going to get much of the color to move. Oops. As far as possible. So we got to make sure it moves up. That's a good color though. That red is freaking ridiculous. So each one of these should highlight the reds that are hiding. So we're just going to add just a tiny bit more red because, you know, that red, it has its own definition on how it wants to be seen. So we're going to add that. And hopefully, yeah, hopefully it does something great. If not, I mean, it'll dry as it will. It'll dry somehow. Yep. And I like when it dries. I think that whole process is like growing something. You know, you put some energy into it, you took care of it, made sure it was nourished while it was going through its process. You know, you ask good questions, you take notes, you say, well, this is good, but I think this one is better. And basically, you get a little bit of design in there. I really like the yellow though. I'm gonna find some yellow. I like this one. Yeah. So let's add, we're just gonna add a little bit of yellow. Because once the yellow's there, it'll give it a different feeling. And that's what we want. We want it to feel like it's blooming in a sense. So I'm adding a tiny bit of yellow there and some more here. And so once this spreads, once it becomes the yellow, it'll have some corresponding colors next to it. I like that so far. It's really cool. Yep. I think this is kind of the center of the flower. If it's a flower or if it's like a part of something else that's growing. Yeah, I think it's doing perfect. Let's put that there. And like once it dries, it'll have these intricate lines and details that will tell a different story. Like how it was processed and laid. It'll look really good once it once it's finished drying. But I think this is a good one. I think I like the little bits and pieces of what looks like a growing plant in a direction. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, y'all. I think this one's pretty good. We did some surgery on it. Let me add some more yellow over here. So each one has its own different, I guess, its own variation of what colors is supposed to be. Because when I first looked at it, it looks like something is growing, and that's the best part. Because I want it to grow. I want it to look like something has energy and it's about to be something greater. Yep, that's how I look at it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of red over here, just little tiny spots. And let's do that. There's some red there, some red and yellow there. Got it. Yep. Yep. Cool with, right? Okay, that's cool. It added those. And so the colors are they're gonna dry eventually. And the best part about it is that when it dries, it'll stay like this forever. Forever. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit of red to some of these parts that probably gonna need some. This one. I want to get this color to match. There we go. Just gonna add some yellow. And boom, we got some new colors. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got some brand new colors here. Let's add those. Sorry, the color is, I mean, the lighting is different. But as we add each different layer of color, it's going to stay like that. In addition to all of the small details forever. And it kind of just looks like it's growing. That's really it. And I'm just going to keep saying it just like that because that's what it looks like. Like it's growing in this world that I created. And I think most of the plants are toxic though. I'm not even gonna lie. I keep thinking about how they're growing at an alarming rate. So anything in the environment will probably most likely get suffocated because this overgrowing of plants is doesn't seem like it's going to cease to stop. So we're just going to keep allowing it to grow the way it is, and nothing can stop it at all. That's the way I like it. I really do. That's the way I like it, y'all. Just keep growing. Look at the detail right there. Wait, this right here is the greatest detail I've ever seen. And I almost don't even want to add any color to it because it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, my friend. Yep. And this is what I am. I'm an organic creator, and I've designed this to the way that I feel is the most organic. The trouble is that once you do one of them, you got to keep doing more. And that's the fun part. That is the part that I really appreciate because it's showing me, showing me the greatest part of my existence. Right now, I'm here to do this, nothing else. That's it. Yep. that's really it, y'all. You said appreciate you sharing your process. Catch you next time. See ya. Y'all have a good one. To those who just joined, I appreciate you guys watching. If you could like the stream, if you could like anything that you see, if you like the colors, if you like the fact that when this dries, this will be the best piece that I've ever created in my entire existence. And that's on the real. Because I didn't know before I started the stream that I was even going to create anything like this. I knew that I had an idea that these things would, they would be created, but I just didn't know. And I guess I'll keep saying it over and over again because this is freaking amazing. And so all of these little added flowers to it will give it a function. Like I said, it feels like it's just overgrowing. And I guess that's a good thing because something that takes over is probably way more stronger than anything. Yep. Yep. It just needs to keep growing. But this one's about done. I think I've had a lot of fun adding all of these little small details and incorporating. Yep. So I'm just gonna add, I think, some pieces. Nope, that color doesn't want to adhere. And I think I'm gonna do this edge right here. And then that'll be it for today. That'll be it for this experience that I truly wanted to have this experience before I started the live stream. I said this will be good for me. I told myself that this will be healthy, and I said I'll get something out of it as well. Because I could have sat up here and played video games the rest of the night. Because I'm just really up, and yeah, I wanted to see how far up I could be. This is it today. This is my up, y'all. Yep. This is my all the way up. In my entire existence of existing. And I know it is because I made it. Yep. A version of which you think you see, but I see different. And in this way, it'll give me a bunch of different ways of looking at stuff, observing what it is that I say I want to see. And so it's fun because, you're going to see it different. and I'm gonna see it this way. Yep. Sorry, the lighting is so weird. Let's see if I get this right. Did I get it right? I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It looks like I tried. It looks like I gave it my all, y'all. That's what it looks like. And the best? Ooh, the best is yet to come. You want to know why? Because I'm going to be here for it. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be here for it. And you know what? I think I'm finished. I think this little area right here just needs a few more. Yep, that's what I need to do. And I'm done. I think I'm done. Yep, I'm done. All right, y'all. This has been a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed what you watched. And if you want to see more, make sure you go ahead and you come back. That's really it. You can subscribe if you truly want to. Totally up to you. But I really want you to come back so you can see more of the things that I'm trying to explore here in my little domain. So yeah, I'm gonna put this down so it can dry. And that's really it, y'all. That is really it, y'all. Yep, this is the world that I create. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Yep, my little organic place. Yep. And surely last but not least, I have, I don't know what this is. It just looks like a part or something. But we're all done. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bottom piece too. Dang it. I did. I so forgot about this. This is the biggest canvas though. But once it dries, it's gonna look freaking crazy. It's gonna look freaking amazing. Yep. That's what it wants to do. That centerpiece is gonna be pretty awesome too. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll have more for you. I have more. I have tons more. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. I like the middle though. The middle's pretty cool. It's like these rich colors. Like this little zigzag. See that little zigzag in the middle? That's what I like. All right, y'all. I'm tripping. I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all in the next one, okay? See y'all. See you later.